I like to start with pranayama with the big classes, guys. Feet, knees, heels together, hips on the heels. Hero pose if it's healthy for your body. If it's not healthy for your body, sit Sukhasana, legs crossed. So again, feet, knees, heels together, hips on the heels, hands round over the knees, arms lock out so the spine is straight. You're going to be a teacher. You got to do all this stuff perfectly. That means from now on. If this isn't comfortable for you, please never, ever, ever do anything that's not comfortable for your knees or your hips. Close your eyes, everybody. Start a nice, strong Ujjayi breath. A couple of new faces in here. I know pretty much everybody in the class well, so I'm going to have you take that watch off when you have an opportunity. There's many reasons why. So lock your arms out, folks. So when I see elbows bent right now, there's a couple things happening. One is where I want you to really hear with the ears. Is that you in my yoga room? Oh my gosh. So hear with the ears, do with the body, follow operational command. That's the whole class, guys. Your best example of following operational commands. So I would like you to hear and feel your Ujjayi breath above the white noise of the room. I'd like you to start listening to it. It's not the vocal cords, it's not a snoring sound, it's actually the breath dragging on the back of the throat. And just this Ujjayi breath can be very, very, very liberating, very empowering, very powerful at getting us present in our yoga practice. Practicing pratyahara, withdrawing from the senses. It's really just your intent, withdrawing from the ego, from the intellect, and being an observer. That is the yoga here, is learning to get into that state of consciousness or that place. We'll just call it a nice calm place. It hasn't changed from your earliest childhood memory to right now. It never will. There's nothing for it to become. And eventually the ego vanishes into this space through our practice of yoga. And we're just a pure divine observer having an experience. But it's a divine experience. At the end of the next exhale, let the breath return to normal. Keep your awareness on the breath, your eyes closed. If you think you're going to do Brahmari, two things. One, you shouldn't be thinking right now. You should be following your breath. Two is you would be correct. Take a big inhale through the nose, everybody. If you don't know Brahmari, you're going to learn it right this moment. Buzz like a bee, mouth closed, and the mask of the face. There are systems that do this with the mouth open through the teeth. Lots of them. I want it in the resonance chambers of your face because I want there to be a pressure. I want you to know why we do what we do. It's not just the buzz I'm looking for. I want the pressure, the vibration. Your eyeballs vibrate. Your ears start to vibrate a little bit. Feel it? More bees, please. More bees means more energy. There. Feel the difference? So this is Kriya right this moment. You're practicing the Brahmari Kriya. More bees, longer and stronger and deeper and more vibration. I want you to create the vibration in the room. Just like a guitar string vibrating. Angus Young 101, I am the effect. I am the effect. And listen into it. At the end of your next exhale, let the breath return to normal. Keep your awareness on your breath. Listen into it. Settle with it. This isn't fragile, folks. Stay right here. Open your eyes. Find a drishti immediately. That helps to keep the mind focused. A mindless gazing point is a drishti. And come to downward facing dog today. And stretch your mat long in your down dog. Down dog is a powerful restorative yoga posture. Please discover it as such if you don't already know it as such. Like there's a weight on your tailbone, so right now just reach your heels down. Let's just get that nice long down dog going. So I'm going to encourage you. So just right now, let's get a nice big down dog. We're going to walk it out and do all that stuff in a moment. But bigger. Almost everybody can be substantially bigger. Steve, you're pretty good. So stretch up. So again, no, we're not walking it out right now. So let's get back with operational commands here with the ears and get present. So that's part of what's getting us present, is you are listening. You are listening. You're right here, right now. Just stretch your mat long in a down dog. That's all we're doing. Pivot to a plank, looking in the front of the yoga space. And come to a hands and knees position. Stack the joints nicely. Exhale, round the back and look into the navel. Inhale slowly. Perfect. Exhale, take your time, slow flow, nice and smooth. Sarah, slow down a little bit, round the back, move with me. You haven't been here for a while. Inhale, I don't know where you're practicing, but let's just present with our yoga. Open the chest, buttocks up, open it up. Exhale. Here and feel your breath, vanish into it. Inhale, so I'm looking for a little better flow here right now than I have. It's like we're singing happy birthday together. Again, if you're not present, kind of behind the flow. Exhale. Hear it, feel it, connect to it, move with it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Into the gap. Stay there, please. The breath is still there. You're holding it outside the body. Let the breath return to normal. Nice holds for most of you. Look forward in the front mirror, third eye drishti if you can see yourself. Otherwise, get any kind of drishti you can get in. Right arm forward, left leg back. Let's do our spinal balancing today. I was going to get right into it, but this is kind of a big deal. Most of your bodies are familiar with this. This is good. We're just triggering it to go into our yoga mode right now. Using big muscle groups to support strong postures. Triggering all the little places to do what they need to do, like your sacrum right now. Telling it, we got to get core muscles active right now to support our postures and our practice today. Bring it out to the side. So your core is going to be strong through your entire practice supporting sacrum. That's all right. That's what you do, right? But I would like you to do that on the other side too. And I'm sure Molly will like her space. There you go. And just settle in. That's all right. It'll be good when we start rolling. And reach forward and back. Square your shoulders to the front of the yoga space. And inhale up. Most shoulders move together. I've got some nice examples of that. Kristen always does a real good job moving her shoulders together. Sorry about that. Up, but now you can lift it up. Look up. Look up. Look all the way to the ceiling. Body follows the eyes. Look up, lift up, look up. Oh, everybody, look all the way up to the ceiling. Look into your forehead. And hands and knees looking in the mirror, not at the floor. Try not to change the gaze. Bring the opposite arm forward and leg back. For most of you, that will be the left arm forward and right leg back. It doesn't really matter so much now. We're just settling into yoga. I got a serious yoga room here today, though. Saturday morning class. Bring your hip down just a little bit. I'm so picky with you. And leg up a little bit. And left shoulder back and right hip forward a little bit. And I can show you how that all made a difference because I've got you on video right now. And bring it out to the side. Big, nice adjustments. And lift into it. So strong and supported. The trick to this yoga posture is being determined and holding the heavy weight. And reach forward and reach back. Square the shoulders first to the front of the yoga space. That's just a lot of male energy here, guys. I don't know if you feel it. Inhale up, look up, lift up. It just is. Some strong male energy. Up, up, up. Work that hard and feel. Every inhale, looking up, lifting up into that hard and feel. Breathe into it. Find an ease here. And don't be impatient. Pamela's not impatient, are you? Nope. Hands and knees looking in the front of the yoga space. Tuck the toes and press back to downward facing dog. And stretch your mat long in your down dog. And gaze between your toes. And now you can walk it out. Walk it out here. Wag the dog. If you want to wag the dog, it's just kind of rocking this. But whatever you're doing, you're stretching your mat long. You're not allowing the weight to come forward into the upper back, shoulders. So I'm going to repeat. Any variation of down dog, you're stretching your mat long. I can think of no. So everybody heels to the floor, left foot to center, lock the right leg out and reach back through the ball of the right foot. Lift the leg without lifting the hip. It's integration series for me too. We're all just kind of getting present in the room right now. Rotate the hip down, and there are always exceptions to rules. If I can't think of one, it doesn't mean there isn't one. Nice, Kelsey, that looks good. So just saying one thing to you, it just changed your energy. That's really nice. Return your right foot to your left. I love it. Lock your left leg out and reach back through the ball of the left foot. Stretch back, lifting the leg without lifting the hip. Most of you know my trick. Keep the foot flat to the ceiling. That is the trick. Perfect. Perfect. Reach your right heel to the floor, and again, stretch your mat long. If you feel like you're slipping right now a little bit, or you actually are, or fighting that sensation, you're doing it right. You're pushing hard. Just get a better grip. That's why the non-slip towels are here for down dog. And step up to the top of the mat, everybody. Feet hip width. Hold your elbows. Hang in a ragdoll pose. Are you still in that place? Remember, the goal here in our asana practice is really to act with the body and relax your neck. What's all this tension in your neck? Soften, let the head hang heavy. So your gaze should be more at the floor if your head's hanging heavy. Just a little bit. Yeah, feel the difference? There you go. That's all right. Don't force anything. And let the hands slip away from the elbows. Nice, Debbie, back in the room. Toes and heels together. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Bring the hands flat on the floor on the sides of the feet. Toes and heels together. Most of you will have to bend the knees a lot to do that. Go ahead and do it and see what it feels like. Maybe we won't do it the whole time, but let's see what it feels like. So bend the knees as much as you need to. So the toes and heels together, all the way together. Tips of the toes and tips of the fingers in a straight line, like at a ruler or a yardstick, and put it up there. Inhale, halfway lift. Look forward. The legs can straighten. Try to keep the tips of the fingers on the floor. And exhale to a deeper forward fold, palms flat. Inhale, halfway lift. So you're going to have to kind of find where your range of motion is here. And exhale, deeper forward fold. Ideally, palms flat, but where does it feel healthy? Inhale, halfway lift. Let's find that cat-cow flow. Slow way down. Exhale, deeper forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay with my flow. Long, slow flow here. Deeper forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This will be the last halfway lift. Step back to plank posture with your eyes in the front mirror. Left hand to center, left knee on the ground. Look at the tip of the right thumb. Rotate your right hand up. Even though we're taking a little different pathway, you all know where you're going, which is what we need to produce the effect we want to produce in changing the brain waves. Level of consciousness you're functioning at, really. High on the wall. If you're learning a new maze, you can't get to where I want you to get to, or it's very difficult. Let's say it's very difficult. So tip of the thumb, drishti, look up. Breath is number one. Drishti is number two. Where you're looking is the drishti. That's more important than the posture is to me. True. Advance it, lifting high on the wall if you want to advance it. Keep your core strong and flat on the wall. Kristen, you need to flatten this one out. Draw your abs and middle ribs in. You got a big back bend going on. You got a big, you still do. That's all right. So this. I know you know. Stay there. Nice work. Look at you guys. I like it when you guys are by each other, all you guys. And bring the foot down and hand up. Nice room. Just solid energy. Tip of the thumb, drishti. Are you a dancer? And rotate to a plank. You know how I know. Right hand to center, right knee on the ground. Look at the tip of the left thumb because you're bringing beauty into every little thing you're doing to the best of your level of knowledge. So tip of the thumb, drishti, bring your chin into your shoulder. So you got a big one here. Is it because of your surgery or is it just because you're, huh? Well, thank you for sharing with the team. Push your hips over this way. Look at me. This, and lift your chest as you do it. Not you. And advance. Simple postures. It's all pranayama. It really is the truth. I teach pranayama and dead pose. So I want your foot under your leg, though. I want you to focus for stability, not use your leg for lateral stability. You're making it easy. Stay there. You did it on the other side. Foot down, hand up, lift up, reach up, fall back if you fall. Get high on the wall, please, Allie. We need you to fall back. That looked like you would fall forward. That can never happen with you. We took a few breaths here on the other side. Just take a moment, take a few breaths on the side. So space out of both wrists. Spread both wrists, both fingers, both hands as wide as you can. Space out of both wrists, both elbows, both shoulders. And rotate to a plank with your eyes in the front of the yoga space. Engage your core. Lower slowly, first chaturanga of the morning. Eyes in the mirror, eyes in the mirror. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale over the toes. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or float between the hands, nice. Halfway lift, stay in our long, slow flow mode. Deeper to forward fold. Inhale, come up, chin away from chest. One breath up, everybody. And swan dive. Chin away from chest, up and down. Soften the knees a lot if you need to. Halfway lift, staying with my flow here. Step or jump back. The eyes should be off the floor all the way, following yourself to chaturanga. Freeze at your elbows and hold. Abs, thighs, lats. Breath is supporting the posture. Abs, thighs, lats, breath. Breathe into it. Squeeze them tighter. Make them burn. Don't avoid the burn. Go into the burn. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Back to the benefit of downward facing dog. Back to practicing yoga in a silent breath and a gaze in a strong restorative yoga posture. So in a room of this quality, there really should be nothing for me to say here except for down dog. I want you guys all to know where to go. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands, float, Kelsey. Halfway lift, listen to your flow here and be patient. Deeper to forward fold. A series up, chin away from chest with the breath. There's a nice flow. And swan dive like a wave. Soften the knees, chin away from chest so the back is flat to the floor. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, release the sacrum. Step or jump back. Ideally, you have the third eye drishti all the way smoothly to chaturanga together. Hold. Abs, thighs, breath. It's going to be a short hold. Squeeze your core, feel your core. Breath is your support. Drishti is what you settle into. Stay there, please stay there. Please stay there, squeeze it. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Love your up dogs, guys. Down dogs get bigger, not smaller. I saw 4 or 5 people shorten their down dogs. This should be bigger. Take up some more space there. I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Just a little bit. Easier to get it right the first time. B series, soften the knees, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, lift hips, Kelsey, float. You got to fall forward to learn. Halfway lift, inhale, Allie would have a decade ago. Exhale, deeper, fold, but she didn't want to fall. Sit into a chair pose, bring a basketball over your head with the inhale up, look up, lift up. And exhale, smoothly forward fold. Halfway lift lengthens the spine. Feel it. Step or jump back. Keep your spine supported as you watch yourself in the mirror to chaturanga. Squeeze your core. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. As we start to slip to the right, lots of interesting things happen. Reach your heels to the floor. Stuff can come up. Sometimes people talk to themselves in when they're going through their sequence and don't know it. It's kind of interesting. We're just slipping to the right, that's all. Wrap your lats around, reach your heels to the floor, nice and long down the mat. Let's have good 3-legged dogs and move with flow. So I like to see your core active as you're stepping into the posture. Knee high, unhinge it, set it down, don't slam it. But with flow, there's plenty of time to do this, guys. If you're not thinking about it and critiquing yourself. Inhale the right leg up, moving on a breath count. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel, inhale with the hips square to the mirror to warrior 1. Look up, make it a nice tight compact posture. Warrior 2, boom, straight arms over the legs. Just open that right up. Knee tracking over toes. Okay, how am I going to say this politely? It's come to my awareness lately through an anonymous source that some of you people pace yourself in Warrior 2 because they want to be able to complete all the postures. Now, I'm not saying anybody in particular does that. This right thigh isn't parallel to the floor right now. Make it big. I've trained you. Make it big. I don't want you to pace yourself here and manage your energy. I want you to work for resting postures, guys. Truth. Beautiful, Kelsey. I want you guys to work for a good resting posture. Squeeze the heels. Make your right thigh parallel. Lock the back left leg and feel that lift out of the joints, and core gets strong as you squeeze the heels together. You're leaning just a tad forward. Come on into it. Come on into it, and come on into it and squeeze. Open your shoulders. Thank you. You did it. You did it. And cartwheel to a plank. Eyes off floor. Lower slow flow to chaturanga together. Up dog with in-breath, just a breath exercise. Down dog, exhale. It's just like our, what's typically called cat-cow. To me, that's pranayama, deep breathing we start with. But it's the same thing here. We're just coordinating the breath and the movement. I really want it to remain that simple. Stay in the breath, coordinate the breath and movement. That's your job. So that was pretty good on the right side, guys. Unfortunately, yesterday's prayers aren't any good today. Inhale the left leg up. Move with me. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel. Inhale. If you're not moving with me on the three-legged dog, you're not going to be with me here. Exhale. Play with the band. Just open it right up. Eyes in the mirror. Big, strong, supported. Left thigh parallel. Sean, come on into it. So if you have any kind of injury issue, then take anything I'm saying off the table. Do no harm overrides everything. Tell the truth. Do no harm. Don't judge. This is yoga. But if it's just because it's harder or you got to burn or it's Saturday morning, make it bigger. You can be bigger. Come on. There's nobody that I've trained better than you in this room. Sit down into it. Squeeze the heels. Allie's been with me from day one pretty much. And just settle in. Just arm up a little bit. I'm totally splitting hairs. I'm totally splitting hairs. Stay there. We did it on the other side. Get present in your Warrior 2. This is a strong posture, folks. Empowering posture. That's why we do it a lot. It's very empowering. And cartwheel to your plank. Eyes off of the floor in transition. Don't get stuck there. And lower slowly to chaturanga. David, if you keep your leg up moving back. Inhale, up dog. You're not going to get stuck there. Down dog, exhale. So some people in the room, you'll notice, are holding the leg up when they're coming out of the warrior postures and into chaturanga. It's almost easier for me to do that. You are supporting more body weight, but with my tight hips, I don't get stuck there in that transition as badly. Stretch your mat long. Some people are doing little half push-ups in the room. There's only a couple today, but we used to do that where everybody did a little push-up at the end of our up dog. We'd lower back down. In fact, just for kicks, are we evened up? Let's try that. Pivot to a plank. We're all evened up. Look in the front mirror. And let's see your best chaturanga. Lower with your exhale, come forward. It's just a pause. It's just a pause. Inhale to up dog. Thighs should be off the floor. Now hold on. Now come right back to that chaturanga. Lower the chest, but to chaturanga, tuck the toes and press back, not collapsing to the floor. Ooh, does that make a difference? That's the way we all used to do it. Down dog. I stopped doing it. Brian Kest, Baptiste, they all used to do it that way. I figured out why they stopped after teaching yoga for 5 or 6 years. And I stopped for the same reason. Pivot to a plank. Look in the front of the yoga space. Engage your core. Lower slowly to chaturanga. Make this nice, long, slow flow. Up dog, inhale. So you're going to go right back to that same chaturanga. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, and press back to down dog. So if you can do it that way without collapsing and stressing your sacrum, I would like you to do it that way. I've got 3 people that have been doing it the whole class that way. Let's give it a try through a B series. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or lift hips, fall forward trying to float. Halfway lift, you've got to be patient with breath count here. Deeper to forward fold. Inhale to a chair, basketball up, look up at it, spread your fingers, make a socket. And exhale, slowly fold. Halfway lift lengthens the spine. Gaze up, step or jump back, eyes off the floor as you lower, solid chaturanga. Remember what this feels like. Up dog. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, and press back to down dog. Unless it collapses you. If it collapses you, do not do it. And that's why we stopped doing it. Some ego got involved, and people started messing their sacrums up, collapsing the posture. You cannot collapse these chaturangas up either way, if you're doing one or if you're doing two. And basically, you're doing two chaturangas there. So I like it. Let's do that one more time because it was fun, right? Yes? Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or float between the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Deeper forward bend. Inhale to a chair, play with the band, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back, come to solid chaturanga. I want everybody to pause and feel it. Up dog, keep the thighs off the floor. Only if it doesn't collapse you. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, and press back. Best down dog, warrior 1 to 3. Inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel. Inhale with the hips square to the mirror to warrior 1. Don't compromise the integrity, warrior 3. So ideally it's that inhale to exhale here, just like warrior 1 to warrior 2. Lifting and lengthening. You're not really pushing unless it's new to you, and then make the push effective. Lift the chest, eyes off the floor, look into the mirror. Now point at your forehead. Arms up. That was a good correction. Now arms up. Yes, I am talking. Yes, do it again. Arms up all the way. Arms up more. Point to your forehead. Forward. Beautiful adjustments. Warrior 1, step back. Very nice. Warrior 2, open it all the way up. We just came from here. How big does it need to be? Not pacing yourself, but practicing your very best warrior 2. Please, everybody. I don't care if you do another posture. This is your best warrior 2. Turn your palms up, reach forward, pulling back on the right heel. And reverse the posture. Sorry, Georgia. Reach space down the right side of body. Wrap your right lat around towards your chest as you lift through the back left thigh. Come on into your front leg. Come on, you popped way out of your front leg. Come on back into it, please. Knee over toes, not bowing in. Come on into it. And cartwheel to a plank with your eyes off of the floor. There's no hurry. Lower slow exhale, move forward. Inhale up dog, stay there. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, press back to down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel. Inhale to warrior 1. Don't think, get strong through core. Warrior 3, lift and reach. Push if you have to. Again, if I'm on my practice, I don't push. It probably looks like I do because I'm lifting and coming forward with the lift. If it's new to you, you've got to push off. Flat back, strong. So you're engaging your core to get long and flat, and you're determined to hold this posture. That's a huge part of this, is just your determination in the Bikram balancing postures. And this is a Bikram balancing posture to me. Nice. Warrior 1, much better job. Eyes up, hands up. That was good. Warrior 2, do no harm, huh? You're going pretty aggressive. You feel it. I know you feel it. If I can see it, you can feel it. Turn your palms up and reach forward. Always do no harm, folks. I just love it. Your energy just totally changed. I don't know if you know it or not. I can show you. You'll see it. So pull back on the left heel. Keep the squeeze. And reverse the posture. Reach space down the left side of the torso. Reach a compression down the right. Stay in your front right leg. Kathy, come back into your front left leg a little bit. Just don't look at it. Don't look at it. Stay there. Feel some space. Feel that Bikram half moon space happening. And cartwheel to a plank with your eyes off of the floor. More fun. Lower slowly. Just a pause at chaturanga. Look at it. Look at it. Up dog. Inhale. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, press back to down dog. Triangle pose, inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel to 45, straighten both legs, lift, lengthen. So as you're straightening both legs, coming out of the front leg, bringing weight into the back leg, lifting out of your front shoulder. I don't teach an Iyengar triangle. I want you to anchor your right hand down. You can grab your ankle, the top of your foot. There's 2 of you in here actually that hook the big toe, which is unusual. Only hooking the big toe if you can keep the body parallel to the floor. Kristen's doing it, I think, today, isn't she? Yes, she is, but she's off camera here. I wish I had you on the camera right now, hiding in the corner of the room. Twist more. That's hard feel. And rotate the left hand down. Lift the chest. I'm not going to let you sit in that corner again. Lift the chest so the back is flat. I should have moved you. So I can put a glass of water on your sacrum. Take the right ankle with the left hand and reach straight up. Look, and maybe you can get her with this back camera on the other side. So reach straight up, high on your wall. Inhale up high on the wall. I think it's interesting. So grab your ankle, folks. Get the hand off the floor and lift up out of the bottom shoulder. So Sean, you can really stretch up and lift up out of it. Steve's working as hard as he can here. Breathe. Easy breath. Easy breath. Look up. Look up. Look up. And rotate the right hand down. Yes, that's a bear of a posture. Nice job. Move into balancing airplane pose. Just keep doing your work. Do no harm. Listen to your body. Honor your body. We're always thinking about what the posture is doing for you. Chest up, grace. Chest up, grace. Hip down, hip down, hip down. Chest up. Stay in your airplane. Lift your leg up. Even more. Lift the chest and lift the chest to lift the leg. Does that work? Lift the chest. It's just heavy. Keep lifting it. Keep lifting it. Keep lifting it. This is all we're doing. Keep lifting it. Steve, keep lifting it. Keep lifting it. Keep lifting it. You're right there. You're right there. You're right there. Warrior 1, step back. That's all we're doing. Warrior 2, conditioning today. Open it up. How many Warrior 2s have we done? Oh my God. They just keep coming. It's relentless. This posture came to be to prepare warriors for battle by finding union with the deathless self. So settle into your warrior. Fully engaged in activity. You're doing nothing at all but witnessing yourself. Big muscle group supporting a strong posture. Very empowering posture. Warrior poses. By design, very empowering. Sean, your knees coming over your toes a little bit. Give it a little squeeze and maybe make it a little bigger. Just give it, if you squeeze the heels and come up, it'll just support it. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee. The two reasons I'm saying, one is you usually don't do it, and the other is I don't want to stress your knee. Push your knee back with your elbow. Open up the hip. So some of y'all need to come into your front leg, and I'm not saying everybody when I say that. If you're supporting it, it is as little as possible, as much as necessary, but you're not sitting in the support. And I think we're all just going to stay right here today. There's only 2 people in this room that should really be binding it. If you really want to bind or half bind it, you can go ahead and do it, but I do believe that for 90% of this room, the benefit isn't that extended version there. Just creating space fingertip to fingertip, and I like that no one's forcing to bind. This is real nice, all the angles. Somebody trained you well. Extend. So you've got to get more active in the big muscle groups there. Not settle out of it, but settle into it and squeeze. Press back up to big warrior 2. Come on into that, Sarah. Front leg. Sarah, the one Sarah in the room, sit down. All the way. Sit down into it and we're done. All the way down, right thigh, and we're done. We're done, we're done, we're done. I know how much you love me. Come on down, 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 down. Burn it. Thank you. And cartwheel to a plank, because you can. I know how hard that is. Left hand to center. Stack the right foot on top of the left. Rotate the right hand up. And advance the posture. Is it better to be feared or loved? A Bronx Tale. If you've never seen the movie A Bronx Tale, I highly recommend it. Lots of life lessons. Fall back on your butt if you fall. Is it better to be feared or loved? So let's get out of that self-talk, though. Practice the posture. That's not yoga there. Back to breath, back to control. Rotate to a plank. So I'd like you to be in a hero pose, a chaturanga dandasana, the high hold, or any resting posture, but everybody settle into yoga, or ideally you're in the nice plank pose here. Lower slowly, move forward, chaturanga. Everybody's going to slow way down. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Here we go to that rotated triangle on the other side. Inhale the left leg up. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel to 45. Straighten both legs as you lift, lengthen, and rotate high onto a wall. Chin to shoulder. So I want you to get attention in the posture and pull the body forward. Collarbones to the front of the yoga space. This is a really nice version of the posture here I've got. So long and strong. So I think I did this yesterday, where I just want you to look up, so body follows the eyes, look up all the way. Commit to looking at it. Bring your chin right into your shoulder here and look up. There. Did you feel your body open with it? This is what I want you to feel. And rotate the right hand down. Lift the chest so the back is flat. Diminish the stance. Diminish the stance. Take your left ankle with the right hand and reach straight up. Let's get a nice one, Kristen. So you're making a triangle. Lift up, Grace, between the right side of the torso, the right arm, and the left leg. Right now, both Kristens have beautiful versions of it. You're pretty wide, but don't change it. You're pretty wide today. Nice, Pamela. So bring your right hip back towards me a little bit and tuck your shoulder under. And rotate the left hand down. Move into balancing airplane pose. Thank you. So guess what? All you're going to do is just hold a balancing airplane. Get out of any kind of concept of time or sensation. Act with the body alone. Lift the chest, lift the leg, and breathe it out. So you chest up, leg, lift the chest to lift the leg. Do it and just be determined. And now just be determined. Last part of the posture. Up, 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 lift. I'd like to see your chin away from chest. Stay there, squeeze it. You did it on the other side. You're right there. Warrior 1. Warrior 2, open, arms over the legs. Big, beautiful, strong and supported. Open that way up. Open that all the way up. You can be as good at this as you want to be. Big, beautiful, strong, supported. Left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Pushing the knee back with the elbow. So full extension, energy fingertip to fingertip. Come on in that base a little more. Solid base, squeezing the heels. And if you did bind it or half bind it on the other side, bind it or half bind it on this side. Keep the chin up, keep the shoulder up, keep the squeeze, not collapsing the yoga posture, supporting it with breath. Big muscle groups, supporting a posture. But it's eyes on drishti, awareness on breath. That's the yoga. And doing nothing at all but breathing. Extend, nothing changes. You don't get impatient to get out. There's not an impatience, there's a settling. Press back to Big Warrior 2. I'd like everybody just to innocently be aware of the nice settled energy in the room. Look in the mirror. Get with me. Get with you. Come on, Sean. Sit down into it. Give me your best Warrior 2. And cartwheel to a plank. Move the right hand to center. Stack the left foot on top of the right. Rotate the left hand up. I think. I don't remember, but I'm going to fly by with the seat of my pants here. Look up. Perla'd be saying something if I was wrong. Right, Perla? And advance it if you did on the other side. I'm super present with you guys today, so it wouldn't be really weird if I forgot to do something on one side. Lift up, fall back if you fall, high on the wall. John, I don't want you to change anything, but your wrist is too far forward for future. Do not change anything. Just kind of happens sometimes. And rotate back to a plank. If the hips get closer to the floor, it's a little easier to balance path of least resistance. Oh, everybody, plank on the forearms. That's a good idea. How'd you get there? That's a great idea. Plank on the forearms. That was just a fabulous, spontaneous improv move here. Let's do it. Plank on the forearms. Engage your core strength. Pamela's going, yes, finally. Finally, and I've got Steve next to me. Cohort effect. Is the cohort effect real? You better bet. Does alcohol affect your judgment? Yep, it sure does. Squeeze your core, squeeze your core. We're just going to be here for a couple of breaths. I'd like you to use this posture just like we did our child's pose. I'd like you to get out of any struggle. Bring your hips down, not lifting the hips or collapsing them. And just settle in. Let the body do what it can do, but don't fight it. If that's enough, that's enough. That's enough, that's enough. Dead body pose. Roll over onto your back. Ideally, that's the cleanest transition to the class right there. So that space that we created in the beginning of class is still here. Just settle right back into it, please. Just settle right back into that still space. Bringing the heart rate up is not yoga. Bringing the heart rate down is yoga. Letting it settle. There are tricks. You can't make it, but you can influence it a lot. You can influence it a lot. If your eyes are closed, slowly open the eyes. Inhale your arms over the head, flex your feet back, cross the thumbs, dive for the toes, double pump, double exhale. Lie down on your belly, spinal strengthening. I was super tempted to get you guys up into some balancing postures, but once you're down, you're down. Hands under the shoulders. We have to stick to our principle, right? Always. Lock, almost always. Lock your legs out, squeeze the legs tightly, push the feet into the floor, and inhale, look up, pull up. What's right is what seems nearest given right in each moment, and that can change very rapidly, moment by moment. Pull the elbows back to engage your low back muscles. Squeeze your legs so tightly. One more set of ribs up, pulling with low back. Breathe here. It's a short hold. Every inhale, working that hard in. Feel here. And down slowly. Left ear on the ground to look right, to dead body pose. Arms at your side, palms up, eyes open. Chin flat on the floor, same posture, right down to the cobra's tail, Bhujangasana, and then we'll change it to a version of Salabhasana, or really Shalabhasana, heels of the hands to the hips. I just say Salabhasana. Lock the legs out. We're in America. And on inhale, push the chest up, lift the thighs up. Sanskrit is a lost ancient language. It's important we know a little bit of it. It's like knowing basic Italian stuff for music, knowing arpeggios, no legato, just all kinds of little stuff. Push the chest up. Same thing here. Know what the basic names are, but it's a lost ancient language. Squeeze your legs. Push up. What matters is that we communicate well and come down slowly. Right here on the ground, look left. I'm going to say that again. What matters is that we communicate well, not that we do it in a lost ancient language. The techniques are very powerful. They're very effective, and they're very practical. All the yoga techniques I teach are very practical. Kriya Yoga is really drawing the practical yoga techniques from 5 of the 8 systems of yoga. I could argue 7. But it's the gems of each of the systems. And that's what we've done here. We've taken the gems from these different systems, and they just go so well together. They go so well together. Chin flat on the floor. Pick up the hips. Bring the arms under the body. This is Kriya Yoga. Arms under the body, palms down. It is process. Relax your left leg, lock the right leg, and pick up the locked right leg. We'll have a Hamsa Kriya here shortly again. I'd like somebody in the room that weren't at the last one to be in it. Squeeze it all the way. It's the most transformative yoga that I am aware of. Stretch back. I've practiced most of it. Bring the right leg down, relax the right leg, lock the left leg, and pick up the locked left leg. And just staying in our nice flow. I'm trying to be a little entertaining right now. You guys got a little bit heavy. So just keep the squeeze, stretch back, keep you occupied, and bring the left leg down. Bury the face in the towel. Move your hands close to the knees, elbows closer towards each other. Squeeze your legs together, lock them out, push the hands into the floor, and all upper back. Push upper back through the palms of the hands. Push it up, both legs up. Bury your face, kiss the towel. Bury your face, bury your face, bury your face. So don't strain your neck, folks. Literally, kiss the towel. That's old Bikram dialogue. Squeeze the legs together, get the bend out on the knees, lift up, 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 up. Everything you've got here for the last part of the posture. Everybody push into it. One more inch up. Everybody can do it. Down slowly, slow flow down. Left ear on the ground. Look right. Kristen, are you all right? Really? Chin flat on the floor. Not that I disbelieve you. Hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Arms out to the side like airplane wings. Be a streamlined airplane, though. This is one of the few things that Bikram's changed in the last 20 or so years that I like it better with the arms back. So Sean, bring your arms back. So just out to the 2 Seans, by the way. You guys are Sean and Sean. So just bring your arms out to the side with your hands back towards your hips like an airplane. Like a streamlined airplane with your arms out to the side today. And make a cobra. So we're already doing the posture. Squeeze, don't lift up. Just squeeze your legs and make a cobra's tail here lying on the floor. And as you do, feel your middle back muscles start to engage to make that cobra's tail. And then using those muscles, inhale up, lift everything up. Contracting the muscles of the middle back. Lifting the chest. Bring your arms back. Open the shoulders up. Open the shoulders up. Lift it up. Legs up. Squeeze the legs. Get any kind of bend out of the knees that's in the knees. And lift the upper thighs up off the floor. Arms out to the side like airplane wings. Hands out in front of you, shoulder width. Feet come to hip width. Inhale up to a new heart and feel. Everybody find your heart and feel, and we're done. And when everybody lifts as high as they can lift, just look up and smile. And down slowly. Smiling is optional. Right here on the ground. Look left. You know, technically, when we practice our Bikram yoga, you're supposed to have this kind of goofy smile on your face the whole standing series. Do you guys know that? True. Does it make it harder? Yeah, it does. It makes it a lot harder. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it does. I guess I make a lot of weird faces, or used to when I played the guitar, and somebody asked me once if I could do it without play the guitar without doing that, and Steve, what's the answer? No. No, I can't. Can I teach a yoga class without moving my body? Yeah, no. I'm connected to you guys. I'm not separate from the flow. I'm connected to the flow. Like I said earlier, Angus Young 101, I am the effect. Chin flat on the floor, bend the knees, heels to the hips. Grab the feet, thumbs with the fingers. Press the soft part of the belly into the floor. That's all of you. When I say I am, I'm not talking about me. Press the soft part of the belly into the floor and kick back. You are the effect. Kick, go. Don't sit there thinking about it. Kick, 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 kick. Kick, 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 kick. Kick it up, pick it up. So all I can encourage you to do really is set it up right. I don't want the legs too close or too far apart. Press the lower abdomen to the floor and look up and open the shoulders and hard and feel. Like I'm lifting your knees up and bringing you forward just a little bit. I'll help you do it. Up, 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 up. Knees up, 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 up. Perla, feel the energy. Up, 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 up. Forward, forward. Come forward and we're done. And come down slowly. That's all I wanted you to do. Do you feel the difference? Left ear on the ground, look right, because you can see it. And this is what we're good at here. It seems like such a basic little thing y'all are doing right now. Right? So natural. Super well trained. This is what we want. Settle right into that space. This is where the really cool yoga happens, is settling into that space. Chin flat on the floor. You guys are really good at it. Bend the knees. This is the best I've ever experienced in my life as far as being able to settle into that space together, ever. Press the soft part of the belly to the floor and kick again. And we've had some good solid yoga rooms in other studios. There's just something about this place that is special. Kick it up, pick it up. From the moment I walked in here, it just had the special energy to it. Stretch it up, 108. Y'all know that's an auspicious number, right, in yoga? Kick it up, 108 Central Way. Kick it up, stretch it up, look up. Last part of the posture, can you go a little deeper by coming forward with the kick? And come down slowly. Right ear on the ground, look left. Right ear on the ground, look left. I don't know if you got backwards, that's fine, but now it's right ear on the ground. And roll over onto your back for a happy baby pose. Ananda Balasana, blissful child. Bottoms of the feet flat to the ceiling. Pull your knees down towards the floor. Let's not get stuck in the mud here and transition, please. I know that's kind of a tempting place to start talking to yourself, but intentionally stay away from that. That's a huge part of this process, guys. First, we have to recognize that space, really cultivate the awareness of that space that is still, that is whole, that we can go to anytime. And then when we catch ourselves involved in useless chatter in our mind, we just know where to go to move away from it. So there comes a point that it's literally you stop talking back. You just stop talking back. You use the intellect as a tool to work for you, to be turned outward, not to be turned inward. And release the tension from the body, dead body pose. That's what insane means. We've turned the awareness inside that's supposed to be outside, to me. From a yoga perspective. I'll go broader than that. From a yoga perspective. Ready, set. Take just, 5-10 seconds here to renew your energy and interest in your yoga sequence. I've kept the room really, really, really nice and ventilated today. One of the big reasons is so we can do big back bends. Let's do them. Inhale the arms over the head, flex your feet back, cross the thumbs. Lots of nice energy in here right now. Dive for the toes, double pump, double exhale. Forehead to the knees. And this is a posture. Come to the top of the towel, stand on the knees. If you have knee stuff going on, you're more than welcome to do a couple of wheel poses. Feet, knees, heels, 6 inches apart. Fingers down. Support your sacrum. Elbows in, really as close as comfortable. Look back, go back. Active thighs always in back bend, supporting the sacrum, and always drawing the low abs in, creating what's called the air bag effect as you're inhaling into the chest. So you're drawing the low abs and coming into back bends as you're inhaling into the chest, helping you open up through the upper back. And then reach back, wait for your teacher. We just want to keep a nice flow, stay together. That's the only reason why. Hips forward. So if you're grabbing your feet, it's like you're doing a bow pose on your knees right now. I want that bow energy. I've had people slip off their heels and they go popping forward to the mirror. Perfect, perfect, and perfect work. And come back up. Technically correct is what we're looking for. Sit back, hips to heels. Get a good release, please. Dead body pose. Interesting release, Molly. It's all right. It was just interesting. I've never seen you do that before. Your yoga posture is dead pose. Right here, right now, practicing yoga. Second set, inhale the arms over that. Flex your feet back, cross the thumbs. Just beautiful. Dive for the toes. Double pump, double exhale. Forehead to the knees. Come to the top of the towel. Standing on the knees. Just keep moving. We didn't even do balancing today, folks. One big back bend. We're going to cool you down. Call it a yoga room. Look back, go back. Do we have to do balancing every class? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look back, go back. Do we usually? Yeah. Reach back. Bow tension. So go ahead and reach back. Reach back. You did it on the other side. Do it on what you did at the first set. Go back, reach back, and come back up supported. Sit back, hips to heels. Dead body pose. Wheel pose. Hands on either side of the head. Do a bridge if you can't do a wheel. Don't do another camel. Bridge if you can't do a wheel. If you can do the wheel, do the wheel. Hands on either side of the head. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. And drive with your legs like a leg press. Drive, drive. Legs, 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 legs. Folks, it's all legs. Walk your feet up close to your hands. Tighten that up. Grace, you got to tighten that way up. So walk your feet up to your hands. Some of you really drive your hips up and really drive your chest forward to the front of the yoga room. Drive, drive, drive. Nice, Sean. Drive, 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 drive. John, can you tighten that up at all? Grace, can you tighten that up? Don't come out, come in. Nice, nice, nice. Gymnastics background. And come back out. Your gymnastics background shows there. Dead pose, not dying pose. There's no dying pose. Too much process, right? Just boom. Surrender. I've been talking about it a lot lately. Surrender is a big deal in Kriya Yoga. That's the final, the 7th stage is all about surrender, but there are different levels even of surrender. As there are different levels of awareness, there are different levels of surrender. So we're surrendering to get to these deeper levels of consciousness. It's not through effort, it's through process. It's through process and devotion. And that's a big part of Kriya Yoga, devotion. It's really, Bhakti Yoga is not devotion to God, it's really devotion to the love of God. However you want to interpret that. Devotion to the love of God. And bring your knees into the chest. Release your back. Presence of God. My yoga teacher used to say the master affirmation was the affirmation of the presence of God in your life. So I would, for many, many, many years, over a decade, I would constantly affirm the presence of God. His exact affirmation, come to shoulder stand, was the spirit of the consciousness of the presence of God. Spirit being the conscious mentality. The spirit of the consciousness of the presence of God. So I'm doing this for 10, 12 years, and I'm meditating in a church. I can just feel this cathedral effect is happening. There's so much energy in this church. And I realized that I was producing it. There was no one else there. I was producing the energy that was creating this cathedral effect. I was the presence of God. What I'd been affirming was not something that was separate from me. It was something that I was part of. I am. That I am. Plow pose. What would it be like if love wasn't an emotion or an experience, but you were love? You are the presence of God. You are love. You're not separate from it. How would that change things? There's only truth. There just is only truth. Atman. Come down for twisted pose, right knee into the chest, left leg down. Seated twist for the 3 of you, I think, that are probably going to do it. You're not going to do it today, are you? Twist, seated twist. It's for, go ahead. So seated twist, you know what you're doing. Get that ankle-knee contact, please. Elbow, ankle-knee. And it's important you're feeling this last twist. Doesn't look like you're feeling it very much. So the big back bend, the big twist, we want to get that full range of motion going in the spine, really opening up energy channels for our final dead pose in the spine. Some kundalini moving. Back to center position. Release the right leg down, bring the left leg up. And twist. So reaching the left hand, gazing over the left shoulder, guiding the knee down. Again, here, inhales, creating space. Easing your way deeper on the exhales. Stay in your breath, please. Back to center position. So I want you to be present here. Eyes should be open, awareness on breath. And release into dead body pose. As we're practicing this very intense Kriya Yoga, I'm going to call it Kriya Yoga that we're doing because it is. We're really chipping away at everything that isn't you. There's one little piece at a time, the kleshas, the things that keep you from union, start to fall away. And we just keep chipping away at everything that's not you until all that's left is you. But it really is a very natural process. You just have to do it. That's what Kriya means. Work. Kri means work or effort or process. You're doing something. Ya is Atman, or fully realized self. So it's a process to becoming realized. Take a long, slow inhale through the nose, seated in the heart, not the head. Closer than breath. Let go and fall. Into the stillness that you came from. Into the stillness that you're going back to. It's the same God on both sides of the grave. Let the dust settle completely. Conquer haste, let go struggle. Let the dust settle completely. Namaste.